You are on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here as well. You're listening to Nova 100.
I've been waiting 4 years for this.
We are not going back.
Oh, it's all going down in the US. And Chief Political Editor from Channel 9, Charles Croucher, joining us on the air. G'day, Crouch.
Morning.
Jace, Lauren, Clint, great
Hello,
to speak
Charlie.
to you.
Hello,
Oh
buddy.
my gosh, is it excitement or nerves or what's the feeling over in the States, Charles?
I reckon a whole lot of nerves. A lot of young people voting for the first time. They're excited. The rest of the country, the rest of the world, really, is probably nervous at the moment, sitting and waiting to see what the results are, if those results are accepted, and how long it all takes. But I can tell you, there are a lot of voters, particularly in the swing states, that will be excited at the end of the day because they can turn on the footy, turn on the TV, flick on the radio, and not hear another political ad.
Oh,
for
yeah.
at
Yes.
least 2
I
more
bet.
years. They
So-
have been bombarded
Yeah.
with billions of dollars worth of ads.
Wow.
So, Crouch, it sounds like women have turned out in droves. What does that point to?
Yeah, that points to Kamala Harris. I mean, the big thing that has changed in the last 4 years, apart from Kamala Harris replacing Joe Biden, is there was a decision by the Supreme Court here that overturned the Roe versus Wade decision. That effectively gave women the right to choose when it comes to abortions. That's been overturned, and in some states it's been overturned dramatically, and there are no rights to things, even with medical procedures and other circumstances. So if there is a big woman vote today, if the ladies show up, that is a good sign for Kamala Harris because they are voting on this issue, and the Democrats know it. They've been campaigning with a pretty prominent Republican, Liz Cheney. She's been out effectively giving women permission to go and vote against the party that they've loved, the Republican Party. And there's even been ads featuring Julia Roberts, of all people, effectively saying that the ballot box and the ballot booth is one of the few places that is still private and women may still get to choose, and they can, tell their husbands, tell their family they're voting for someone and vote for someone else.
Well,
It's
that's
been a
the
really
thing, isn't it?
push.
It is private and people, you can say one thing and do the other. But, Charles, this has got to be the most celebrity-endorsed election of all time, right?
It's been right up there, and I was going to say on both sides, Donald Trump has Elon Musk and Hulk Hogan, I suppose, supporting him.
Has Hulk been able to rip his shirt off yet? Because it looked like he was
still going.
taking
He
it
got
off.
stuck
Still
the other
going.
day.
Trying, we checked back in there. He had a rest, got back up, had a
Right.
rest, got back up. He'll get there eventually. Kamala Harris closed with a big concert yesterday. It was headlined by Oprah. Ricky Martin was there as well. All of a sudden, the Puerto Rican and Latino voters become a big thing
Shebang.
as well for
Yeah, I bet.
of the last year or so. Bad Bunny. It's been a huge amount of celebrities out there, and we always wonder if the celebrity vote actually means anything. I think when you go Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Bad Bunny, Ricky Martin, Jennifer Lopez, you're hitting different demographics
Yeah.
and not just telling them who to vote for, but encouraging people to vote. Don't forget, voting's not compulsory
Yeah.
over here, and so they believe if young people, if Gen Z show up and vote, then they're going to win this election.
If Kamala Harris wins this election, will Donald Trump accept that?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't imagine so, but it is much harder to throw your toys out of the cot when you're not in the cot. You're not in the White House, right? Last time he had the authority of the Oval Office. The other thing, last time his supporters stormed the Capitol, I'm looking at the Capitol now, they handed out about 1,000 charges on that. Some of them spent time and some of them are still in jail.
Wow.
You might think again before taking to the barricades if there is consequences like that. So, look, I don't think he'll accept the result. I don't think it's going to matter quite as much. But, he can't come out and claim victory and then Kamala claims victory and then you've got two governments and then you're in big trouble. So
Just
that's
on the,
all ahead of us.
Just on the whole storming the Capitol, can you notice an increase in security and police presence over there at the moment?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I'm looking at it now. There is a small fence in front of the Capitol, and there's a what do they call it, climb-proof fence,
Right.
a little bit closer, and then there's some construction work going on. So there are provisions in place. The district attorney of Philadelphia, the biggest city in Pennsylvania, which is going to be the most important state, said yesterday, if anyone feels like getting their militia on, his words, F around it and find out. So they're not mucking around with this one. Yeah.
What's your gut telling you, Charles? Because it sounds like Indies are breaking to Harris.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, Donald Trump should be favourite, right? Between the immigration mess over here and inflation, which has really hurt those people living, paycheck to paycheck. the Republicans should be favourite. It's a bad time to be an incumbent anywhere in the world. But his refusal to accept the last election and that Roe v. Wade decision, the Supreme Court's decision, I think has tipped this one back in favour of Kamala Harris. Look, it is awfully close. But if it becomes a battle of the sexes, if it's young blokes turning out for Trump versus young women turning out for Kamala, I think I find young women a bit more reliable than young blokes.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to the third option. It is Harris v. Trump v. the couch. The couch might win that one.
Right.
Hey, Charles, this election, whichever way it goes, will it affect us here in Australia at all?
Yeah, it will. We follow America into every one of their battles, every one of their wars. And beyond that, Donald Trump is talking huge tariffs. And that, without getting real deep into economics, means that the cost of things will change and will rise. And as a nation that has to import things and has to export things and deal with the world, we're a bit more sort of influenced by that.
Right.
And the other point is, look, the one thing we know here, and this is regardless of whoever wins, is that next January there's going to be a new president. That thing's certain. And any time you change the president, you change the world. And this is now a nation we rely on more than ever for our security. We've got Marines based in the Northern Territory. We've got submarines off the East Coast and in Perth. And we've got these two new big agreements in AUKUS and the Quad, in which we are tied riding shotgun with the US.
Right.
And they're going to choose the driver for us.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles, just before we let you go, off the top of your head, your favourite Bad Bunny songs?
Yeah, right into Bad Bunny. I like his original stuff. But the early stuff.
Same.
Yeah.
This is like Christmas for Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
He is not just an Australian political guru, he is an American political guru.
You know what I like, though? You dumb it down for us, Charles.
Yes, thank you
This
very
is the
much.
first time I've had a
Appreciate that.
political correspondent on. I've actually understood every word. So
That's a good start.
we
I'm going
appreciate
to
it.
hose down at the end of the season.
Thanks, Charles. We know it's a big week for you, so thanks for joining us
See you,
this
mate.
morning.
Enjoy the coverage today and enjoy the rest of the Cup week.
Good on you.
Thanks.
Charles Croucher there, Chief Political Editor at 9. Now, that's a journalist there, Clint.
He's great.
Get him in to read the news.
He's busy, Clint.
Yeah.
Pull your socks up. That's your job.
I ain't wearing any.
How's old Ricky?
Oh, yeah.
That'll get me voting.
Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.
Nova.